G'day Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. And it's game day, man, it's game day. I can't wait, man. Hopefully we'll smash Manchester City this evening. We started their losing streak, we're going to continue their losing streak. It's a big game, they're all big games though, let's face it. But I'm excited. I think we might just have a chance of smashing them 4-1, you never know. Now, I saw Ange's press conference. Pretty good performance as usual. I don't know why he gets all the flack. It's all silly stuff if you ask me. Main things he talked about was the Bentancur appeal. It's like it's part of the process. They're not trying to minimise it, trying to say, oh, it was only a joke, everything's woke and all that. You know, those people who like to go on about that sort of stuff. No, they're going to cop a punishment on the chin. Bentancur's going to hopefully learn from this experience. We all make mistakes. But I think they think that 7 games was a bit too harsh, so they want to get it down to 6. That's 10, but 6. Other things he was talking about is how he thinks everything's progressed. God, my ears all over the place. It's going crazy. How everything's progressing. Talking about his first 50 games in charge, and not bad. Let's see if I can crouch down. Will it follow me? Yes. Not bad. If you consider it as a whole, he did make the point. You know, we got off to a good flyer, 10 games, good start. And what was it? Was it downhill after that? Well, what's he supposed to do? Start off crap and see where it goes? I don't know, man. A journalist and some fans, they do my head in. But as a whole, I think we're in a much better place than we were 50 games ago when he took over. 8th in the league, losing Harry Kane. We've had a huge turnover of players, ones that I wanted to get rid of for years ago. Ange was the guy that saw through them. No, they fooled Mourinho, Pochettino, Conte as the as the wind blows my laptop around a bit. Bit of a wobble, just trying something new. Now also training injury news. It's a bit how you going. Van der Ven's hamstring's a little bit tweaky. Doesn't sound as if it's like a really serious one. Richarlison's out, Odegaard's out for bloody ages. And Ange did say, well, part of the training, you do get a bit of attrition. And I'm wondering but if you come through it, whoa, stop bouncing up and down. If you come through it, you're going to be stronger. That's the theory. And if you don't come through it, well, I think that's what they call attrition. Ange mentioned the attrition word, not pulling any punches. But hey, if you want to be a good team and you want to be up there, not just top 4 or anything like that, you've got to really push yourselves hard. And looks like a few players are really coming good on it. I think like the likes of Yves Bissouma, Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke looks like a beast. I know he had a little injury, but he's come through that. They've repaired all that. So I'm not going to call this game quite a golden ticket yet. See if it focuses when I go over here. Whee! Well, that's going to be zoomed in too much, isn't it? I'm not going to quite call this a golden ticket game because it depends. There's a few games being played before we're on, and it might be the case that by the time kickoff starts, it will be a golden ticket game, which is an arbitrary thing I say about some games, meaning we can climb a lot up the league table. It's in our hands and it's our destiny. Ipswich, for one, certainly was a golden ticket game, but we stuffed it up. I want us to be like Elvis Presley tonight, taking care of business in a flash. That's what I want. But we'll see. There is a chance. I think the likes of Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, I think they're all, and maybe Aston Villa, I think they're all playing before us. So hopefully they all get really crap results. I'll put my hand up. There we go. Follow me. There we go. And if that's the case, then it could be a golden ticket game, which would be very exciting. But I'm just so glad football's back, man. So glad football's back. It's going to be an interesting defence we've got tonight because we haven't got Romero, we haven't got Van der Ven. So it'll probably be, I guess, Ben Davies, Dragoshin. Might be nice to see Dorrington get a bit of a run out. I don't know if he's crooked or on loan or whatever at the moment. But it'd be nice if also Dragoshin's agent would shut the hell up. He was gobbing off not so long ago saying, oh, look, he's not going to leave in January, but we'll assess our situation at the end of the year. And that, to me, you can't take this guy seriously. Much like a lot of the journalist stories during the international break, just making crazy stuff up, another gust of wind. crazy stuff up. It's all stuff and nonsense. They've just got to fill some pages. Now, I'm going to be doing a watch along tomorrow morning. Kick-off here in Sydney is at 4 a.m, so I'm going to be starting the stream at 3:30 a.m. It's getting bloody windy here, actually. I don't know if this is a good idea, going up on the roof with this setup, just to try something different. So I'll be starting the watch along at 3:30 a.m, which I think is 4:30 p.m. in Old Blimey, the old dirt. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, a few regular watchers may have noticed that you've got a free membership to the commune. Nothing to do with me. People are starting to thank me. None of my doing, apart from providing top quality entertainment. No, there was a guy in the stream this morning, Kenneth, Tottenham Hotspur. He's a viewer from Norway, big Spurs fan, and he was gifting memberships all over the place. And I've realised what YouTube does now is, if it runs out of viewers, because it ended out more per membership than was watching, I think it goes through the backlog. Well, who else has watched this silly old fart? So if you've got a mysterious membership, you've got Kenneth from Norway to thank, not me. So thanks very much for that this morning, Kenneth. Anything else Ange said? Let me think. Embargoed section, Benton Core. I've seen a couple of things. There's a couple of Spurs YouTubers, and also that bloody Jason Cundy twat on TalkSport saying, oh, Ange is under pressure. With the inference, will he crack under pressure? And there is not a bloody chance in hell that he'll crack under pressure. He loves this sort of environment. From my experience of watching him over the last 25 years, 20 years maybe, this is where you're going to see the best of Ange. Now, talking about adapting, actually, when he was talking about the attrition in training, or not getting his message across, that was it. Why do Spurs switch off? And he's taking responsibility. He's not, these players, these club. He's saying, well, I've got to look at what I can do better, to get my message across to the players, to, I don't know, inspire them or make the instructions simple for them, or give them a good kick up the arse. Maybe that's all part of it as well, who knows. So he made a point of saying, look, I do adapt, but there are some principles that I don't concede on. And that sounds like a good recipe to live your life by, you know. Have some principles that are non-negotiable, and then the rest, you know, as long as the principles are not being affected, I think we're good to go. So onwards and upwards, man. Ange also made the point, because it was a bit, you know, some of the questions were a bit dreary, a bit down in the mouth, saying, look, if we'd have beaten Ipswich, we'd be third. So this press conference would be totally different, and I'm not going to let my life be governed by the result of one football match. Same here, man. If we won, we would have been third, and everyone, well, most people would have been happy, you know. Some people would have been happy, I would have been happy, but it wasn't to be, but we're going to get other chances this year. Anyway, I'll see how this turns out when I get back downstairs, because I might have to come up and talk all this crap again on my phone. Anyway, till next time, folks, peace and love, man, peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.